Good morning, good morning. Active morning before the show even got started. I love the questions. I love the interactivity. Sherry Cooper, you had a great question this morning. Good morning to you. I see you, lovely L3. I see you, Renee from Reno. Who else do I see out there? Sly, of course. John, and good morning to you. And I had a great question. I'll cover it in just a second. It's already moved up off the chat. But hey, let's get to the blocking and tackling of the show. It's 9:01 a.m. You've reached Puerto Vallarta right now, and it is August 11th, 2026 for those keeping up. And hopefully this show keeps you on target. You know what day it is every day of the week. Oh, got lots going on today, but I had a question come in right at the top of the show wondering what's going on with the crowns and the little number ones and number twos and what that means. And you see it beside your name. I think you guys see it in the chat. And so I looked it up really quick, and essentially that is the list of top fans. And I think it's organized by, it's like a leaderboard. So it's a place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in the live chat, and it resets every single stream so you can try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You just need to collect experience points or XP by sending live chat messages, sending super chats and super stickers. It just shows your love and commitment of the show, and I love that. And look at our top fans today. We got Sherry Cooper in number 1, Don Diego, a.k.a. Tom, in number 2. Denny and Kathy is sitting in number 3, followed lightly by just behind by lovely L3 without a crown and John. So, hey, the more you comment, the more you interact, the better crown you get with a number on it. Hey, Red Sector 1, Synth Pop Band, good to see you and your exciting name to say in the morning. So good to have everybody here. Good morning to everyone. All right, lots to chat about today. Good morning from Reno. I see Renee over there trying to grab that crown with a little extra comment. I like that. It's pretty smart. Good to be a winner. All right. What's going on out there? Well, first up, it's a cruise ship kind of day. Check it out. Check it out, y'all. We got a cruise ship here. And as a matter of fact, I've got a breaking story about a cruise ship that it came in so late, it didn't even make my news. It's kind of in my pre-news chat. So maybe I will hit that here in a minute and use that photo as well. But before we do that, I do want to remind you, tonight is the night. We've got, hang on, a little technical error here. Give me a moment. Boop. We've got the Gen Expats PV event tonight. That's also in cooperation with Meeting Me, if you choose to. We'll be out there tonight for the bowling alley, arcade, food and drinks, help the community, sponsored by Jill and the Gen Expat group, which is the group I am the creator and administrator of. So come on out tonight, 6:30 p.m., Plaza Caracol. All the info's right there on that flyer. If you need more information, just go to Facebook, type in Gen Expats PV, and you will find it right up there in the featured section. And hopefully we get to see you there tonight. I'd love to meet some folks from the show if you're in town. If you're not in town, totally get it. But I think we're going to have a good crowd tonight. Some heavy contested and exciting video game action. It ought to be fun, and maybe a little bowling too. Looking forward to that. Okay. Again, that's tonight, 6:30 p.m., Plaza Caracol in Puerto Vallarta. All right, we did have some breaking news, and for this one, I'll just throw up the picture of the ship. So this one, I never get our news for this show from international or foreign sources, but this morning I was perusing through the international news, and I saw this story about, and it was titled, Mexico doubles port fees for cruise passengers with further increases ahead. So I figured I would share this story with you, and get your input on it and what you think. And so again, this is a story I covered a little while back. This is actually going months back. I think it was on CPS News, where the government was trying to implement a new port entry fee that was substantially higher. So let me jump into this. So if you or your friends or your family are visiting Puerto Vallarta on a cruise ship, expect their port fees to reflect recent national tax shifts. As of August 1st, Mexico officially doubled its transit fee for foreign cruise ship passengers from $5 to $10 per person. Good morning, Albert. I see you. Boop. Got to give you a good morning real quick. The charge applies to all international cruise passengers disembarking at popular Mexican ports. These are including Puerto Vallarta, right here, Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas, Cozumel, and Costa Maya. Now, while $10 doesn't per passenger might sound modest, the original proposal, and again, I covered this on the news here, that Mexican lawmakers wanted was vastly higher. So Congress initially approved an immigration levy, or port fee, of 860.56 pesos, which is roughly $42 per passenger, before heavy pushback from the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association led federal employees or officials to postpone collection and negotiate a reduced phased framework, which is what we're seeing today. Now, under the agreed phase schedule, the fee will step up again to $15 in July of 2027, before what they're saying is topping out at $21 per passenger in August of 2028. Cruise lines collect the fee directly through final passenger billing. Now, while this isn't the 860 pesos they originally announced, how do you feel about this step up? Do you feel like, tourism's already suffering plenty? Hey, happy Tuesday, Melissa. This story is right up your alley. We're talking about cruise ships and port fees. I hope you caught some of that. And I'd love to hear your opinion. So it is stepping up again. Going from $5 to $10 US isn't probably going to stop anybody from cruising right now. But will it stop you if it goes to 15 in 2027, in 2028, when it goes to 21? What if the government goes to their proposed fee, which was the 860 pesos, which is like, $42 US, depending on the exchange rate? Would that change your plans about cruising here? I guess in combination with fuel costs and the rising prices. I'm interested to hear what you guys think. And the more you comment, the more you have a chance to get that crown on your name in the chat. So, hey, make it a competition. I love competitions. All right. I don't feel competitive right now. I feel thirsty. Let's get it. It is time for some coffee. Clink those cups. Let's wake again. Sip the truth with a little grin. Yes. Do it. I love that part of the show. All right. Hopefully you cheered too. I love to see your coffee cups. Fire them across the screen. Should you choose to? And let's go. It is time for the news. All right. First up. Oh, it's a water outage. These poor guys. Where are they? There they are. I always feel sorry for these guys when we have to show these photos. Okay. Let's take this down a little bit. We got some interesting chat. Okay, if you can afford a cruise, you can afford the fee. Okay. And I see Albert over here going for the crown. I love that. All right. Got a comment on the cruise and the fee. I'm fair. All right, I got to cover it up for a second because we got a photo. All right, SEAPAL has announced a prolonged water cutoff. Originally, when I pulled the story this morning, it was 139 neighborhoods. I do want to say as of this morning, there were some adjustments to that number up to 141, I believe. So just try to be as accurate as I possibly can. But if you manage a property anywhere in Puerto Vallarta, once again, you may want to fill up your storage tanks, your tinacos, your cisterns, your buckets, whatever you need, because SEAPAL Vallarta has officially announced an alert confirming a major prolonged water service shutdown again starting on Wednesday, tomorrow, due to a critical infrastructure connection works. The Municipal Water Authority confirmed that around 139. Again, it might be more like 141. Yep, Melissa, do check it out about the cruise ships. But the municipal has confirmed those neighborhoods across the city will experience a total suspension of tap water as crews work on major distribution tie-ins. The service interruption is scheduled to begin tomorrow morning, according to this story, with work continuing nonstop to complete the piping interconnections. According to utility coordinators, water pressure will begin to gradually recover starting late Thursday night and extending into Friday morning as storage tanks refill and pressure builds throughout the primary distribution lines. Now, what does that mean for you? So residents and business managers are strongly urged to conserve stored water and avoid heavy usage like laundry or filling pools during the outage period. Emergency water tankers will be dispatched to medical facilities and priority public areas until full pressure is restored across all affected areas. Thanks to Turbina de la Bahia reporter Guadalupe Cruz for this story. So what does it mean to you? So again, it is time probably to fill up some buckets, etc. But again, if you live at a property and you've got sizable tinaco, that's the big tank on your roof, or multiple ones, or your building has a cistern, you may not feel the effects of it because this is low season and maybe your building isn't quite as full. We generally don't feel it where we live because there are multiple cisterns, but that doesn't mean you should be cavalier about it. Definitely get a bucket. Definitely have water on hand. Again, the bucket's great for flushing your toilet. You pour it right into the basin. You know this if you're a frequent watcher of the show. I'm always giving you tips. And don't forget, if you have a community pool, it's a great place to go down, scoop some water, and get those toilets flushed. So again, we can be prepared for it. But again, you know about it because you watch this show. You're here every day, and I appreciate that. All right. Next up in the news, not water, but we got dengue story. All right. The dengue story. This is actually a positive dengue story if there can be one. So health officials in Jalisco have published new epidemiological tracking data showing a dramatic drop in dengue fever cases across the state. Officials' figures from the health secretariat show that accumulated cases dropped by nearly 90% compared to the same period in 2025. So if you're a data hound and you love data, this story is definitely for you. We're going to have lots of numbers and dates. The state has registered exactly 105 confirmed cases so far in 2026, which is down from nearly, get this, guess the number, 1,000 cases. Thank you for the mosquitoes, John. I appreciate that. We got to shoot those away. From 1,000 cases recorded by this week last year. That is a tremendous drop. That's 10x drop right there. My quick math tells me. This drop has pushed Jalisco down from first place nationally for dengue infections in previous years to 12th place by indications and rates and 8th place by total accumulated cases. Most importantly, public health authorities confirmed that 0 fatalities have been recorded in the state this year, while national figures do show higher mortality rates elsewhere, unfortunately. Health brigades attribute the decline to early neighborhood fumigation, larvicide distribution, and intense community participation in eliminating standing water. We've been talking about that and how to eliminate that and get on top of it for quite a while here. So that's good. People are listening and reacting. Residents are asked to keep up the momentum by cleaning rain gutters, turning over outdoor containers during ongoing summer rain showers. Once again, thank you so much to Turbina de Bahia for this story. And hey, that's good news. I mean, dengue is down. I know there's at least a few people out there that track this kind of stuff and are very interested in it. So good news there. Love to see there are no deaths according to this story, and hopefully we keep up that momentum because, I mean, this is the first year I remember where dengue cases are not way up and we are not having emergency alerts. So good. We're doing something right out there. So for that, I cheer. No mosquitoes. Whoops. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? There we go. Bing. There we go. So here's to that. I love to hear it. That is good news, good news, good news, which is what we like. All right. Next up, weather. If you have any outdoor plans this week, keep your rain gear close at hand, more so than just the norm. Let me clarify that. So meteorological reports show Jalisco entering an extended week of heavy rains and electrical storms, with Wednesday, tomorrow, projected to be the most intense day. So if you're a storm lover out there and you love lightning and thunder and the cracking and watching it outside your windows, tomorrow's the day for the big show. We're going to have intense precipitation. The cause behind this active weather pattern is a low pressure channel extending across all of western Mexico, combined with deep moisture flow from the Pacific Ocean and atmospheric instability along the coast. All that hubbub means rain. It's a little above my pay grade. Civil protection teams are placing emergency crews on heightened alert throughout Puerto Vallarta and Bahia de Banderas to monitor river levels, drainage canals, and potential urban street flooding, which we know we will have. Municipal crews are actively cleaning debris from culverts to prevent localized backups as heavy downpours hit during afternoon peak hours. Coastal authorities are warning beachgoers and vessel operators to watch for sudden gusty winds, increased ocean swells near shore. Lifeguards will be posting the red flags again along the beaches if sea conditions worsen during peak storm activity. All right, so watch for those red flags, everybody. I don't like the stories about people drowning here and getting pulled out by the tides. So in an effort to prevent that, know your flags. We talk about them all the time. Red flag, don't go in. We've got dangerous seas. Purple flag, dangerous animals. Could be jellyfish, could be a crocodile. Know your flags. We talk about them all the time. Stay safe out there. All right. Next up, let's have a positive story about Puerto Vallarta. As sometimes we talk about CUCosta, it's our college out there. But for local students looking to enter higher education this term, our friends over at CUCosta have expanded and opened a special second chance application window. University administrators announced that 38 remaining spots are available across 4 specific undergraduate degree programs following the official University of Guadalajara admissions release. This opportunity is open exclusively to applicants who completed their final initial paperwork but were not admitted in the main admissions period last time around. Now, this story might not apply to you, but you might know somebody. You might know a local family with a child who is of the age to go to university, and maybe they didn't get in. I don't know. But again, I wanted to share the story because you just never know. You just never know who you know. So they get a second chance. So interested candidates must submit their change of request through the official university website between August 10th, okay, that was started yesterday, and August 12th. So it ends tomorrow, right in the middle of it. Specific degree options include agronomist. Okay, this is a hard one. I'm just going to, the study of land and plants. Okay, there we go. I did the Porky Pig. I just can't do it and got to move on. Some of these do require an in-person interview to have with the potential student, and official results for these available spots will be published Friday, August 14th on the university portal. Admitted students will then proceed directly with the enrollment verification at the campus registrar office. This is good stuff. I'm glad to see this push for additional students, more higher education for our local communities here is great news. And that's what we're all about here. And hopefully you like that. Again, I do cover the bad news when we have it, but really try to focus on the good news and uplifting stories of Puerto Vallarta and Bahia de Banderas. And I hope you appreciate that. All right. You guys did a good job at trying to get your crowns for being on the leaderboard. I don't think the leaderboard changed today, but hey, feel free to comment and post as much as you like during the show about what's going on. Throwing up those mosquitoes like John did. But most of all, thank you so much for joining. If this was your first time, loved having you. Keep in mind, I love viewer mail. We always talk about it. Hit me up anytime you've got something you want to say about the show. If you just want to shout out, if you want to say hi to your mom in Kentucky, whatever it may be, pvrnmx@gmail.com is the way to reach me. And I read every bit of mail, and I love getting it. Thank you so much for joining. I'm seeing your thank yous behind my screen. Great to see you every day, Albert, Sherry, John, everybody there. And lastly, if you're not a regular viewer like these folks I just mentioned, become one. Just subscribe. Hit the bell in the bottom corner. That's going to get you subscribed to the show. Then notifications all, and you'll never miss a show. And that way you'll get to hang out with me live every weekday morning. How fun. All right, that's it, everybody. I'm going to get you out just a minute or two early. We're going to see you tomorrow on Wednesday. Chandra, great to see you as well. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. Got to see you. You're becoming a regular, Gary. I love that. I love it. And thank you for the great show. Melissa, go back and check out that cruise information at the top of the story. I think you're going to find that super interesting of how Mexico is reacting and what they're doing regarding port fees. And we'll go from there. And hopefully tomorrow will be another light news day. We can have some fun, have some coffee, and enjoy the day. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Hang in there to watch the credits, support my sponsors, and last but not least, definitely support those amazing reporters that are making all this happen. Have a great one, everybody, and bye.